Hey guys, welcome to this video and welcome to this channel. My name is Courtney if you guys are new here, and today I am going to be packing to move to South Korea once again. So some of you guys might have started following me when I moved to Scotland. I lived there for a year, then I moved to South Korea. I worked in the public school system with Epic for a year, and then I came home and I've been doing online ESL for the last 6 months, and now I am packing to go back to Korea. I do want to explain why I am going back, and it's not actually with Epic. I'll be working with a hagwon this time, which is quite different. No ill will towards Epic whatsoever. The timing just didn't work out. But like I said, I will have a video with me going to South Korea and actually moving. And in that video, I'll just explain why I chose to do it and all that information. But for today's video, I am just going to be packing with you guys for South Korea to move there for the second time. I leave in about a week and a half, so I still have a little bit of time. I just wanted to share with you guys kind of what I learned, what I'll continue to take back to South Korea, and what I chose to leave behind this time around. I also will link a video above in which I explain some things that I wish I would have known before moving to South Korea, and some of that has to do with the types of things that I'd like to bring. So definitely check out that video if you want to look at really like nitty-gritty specifics. But today we are just going to be packing and getting ready to move our whole entire lives overseas. So let's go. All right, so this is the current situation. So I am just in this bedroom that's housing a couple of game boards and everything else. I have a couple of different piles that I'll just show you guys generally what I am bringing. So starting from the left-hand corner, this is just gonna be my standard jackets. I also have a rain jacket under here that is a beige color, and then under here I even have a lighter jacket. Because I am arriving in March, I'm hoping that one really good solid jacket is gonna be okay just for that good like transition month, and then I can always buy a longer coat later on if I need to. And then over here I have my vest. I also have any cardigans. I'm just bringing 2, and I'm bringing this gray one, and then I'm also bringing my Taylor Swift one. And I just decided that's something I'm going to cut this year, is the amount of cardigans, because I rarely wore them last time, because you essentially have to wear sleeves in Korea. So that is that. And then in this pile I have all of my skirts, and I didn't have any of these originally going over. I was never a skirt wearer, but after working in the public school system, I have about 3 skirts here, and then I just have 2 dresses. One of them is really casual, just a jeans like one, and then the other one is a nice one. I never wore this at any time last year, but it's just one of those nice things that it doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's just nice to have in case. This section is going to be all of my pants. So these are my shorts right here. I have a couple of athletic shorts, as you can see, just a couple of black pairs. I do have 1 red pair, but we like to keep it pretty neutral in Korea, so that is what I brought here. I'm bringing 1 pair of shorts, but quite honestly I need to buy more, so it's just because I don't have many more. And then I have here some white dress pants, as you guys can see, and then a couple of pairs of black dress pants as well. And then over here I just have a couple of pairs of leggings, about 3 of them, and then I have a dark pair of jeans and then regular jeans that I'll be bringing. So these are all of my pants. Next to it, these are all of my casual tops. So this one is actually one I got for Christmas. It was such a kind gift, but I also can't wear it to actually teach in, but I'll be bringing this. As you guys can tell, just a couple of more casual sweaters, and then also some sweatshirts underneath here, just things that I can't teach in, but I can definitely wear on the weekends. Then going back to this pile over here, we just have what I will actually be teaching in. So this is going to be my biggest pile, and this is going to be long sleeve teaching shirts. These are just more neutral colors, but also some pops here and there, but these are just all of my nicer sweaters or more suede shirts. Next, we move right along into my shirt. So these are going to be work shirts, which honestly I'd love to get more of, but I don't have them, so I'd have to buy more. But I have just a couple of work shirts, always making sure that I have sleeves on it. Like I said, this takes away the necessity for a cardigan, which can get really hot in Korea. So this is just what a couple of my work shirts look like. Again, keeping it pretty neutral, all except for, you know, maybe 1 or 2 pops of color. Over here are my casual short sleeve tops. Some of these I could wear to work. I'm just not sure exactly how casual it's going to be. So I have a couple of just regular tops. And then this last pile over here by this nice crown molding is just my t-shirts. So this is going to be t-shirts, sweatpants, pajamas, anything like that. And then I also will of course bring my socks and anything else like that I need. As for shoes, this is what I am going for. So I'll be bringing, of course, my white sneakers. That was the biggest mistake that I made. Let me go ahead and turn you guys around. Big mistake that I made last time is I brought some Doc Martens and I brought some closed closed-toed shoes, but I absolutely did not need that in Korea. Pretty much everyone just wears white sneakers, and I will be living in a different part of Korea, which I'll be telling you guys about again soon once I actually move, but it will be a little bit different. I do think it'll be a little bit fancier than what I've experienced in the past, but I still am going to bring my white sneakers, and I think any other shoes I can get there other than the ones that I'm obviously bringing. So I'm bringing 3 pairs total. I know that's not going to be a lot for a lot of people. I would bring slippers, but I feel like I can get those at Daiso really quickly. So I'm only bringing the 3. I'm bringing some flats. I'm bringing some heels, and the only reason I'm bringing heels is because I can definitely walk in these. And if I were to go to any nicer events, I'm not trying to pay high dollar because I don't think I'm going to wear them often, if at all. And that's why I'm bringing them. I know that might not track logically for some of you guys, but it does for me. So next, I just have a little lineup of things over here, including some makeup. Like for instance, these, I'm not able to find the correct shade oftentimes in Korea just because the undertone is rarely ever right. I also found that the mascara that I am able to get there, it either doesn't work super well or is so waterproof that I can't actually get it off of my eyelashes at the end of the day. So there's that. Over here, I just have some sunscreen, some serums, my typical face wash. I also have my lotion, moisturizer. Some of these are just some things that I love. Mio Drops. This is just the Kroger brand of it. So I want to stock up on these before leaving. And I have a couple of other necessities. I have clips over here. I have some lotions over here. And then also any body sprays that I'm going to be bringing. And I'm making sure that these are kind of more of a light plastic ones. And then of course, any feminine products are always nice to bring. And then I do also have my bag that I had last time. And this is just great for picking up groceries or anything else. Sorry, I flipped you guys around, but some of these things like the contact solution or like laundry detergent, I'll bring a couple of those pods, are just nice to have on hand because those are necessities for me. And that way I don't have to feel like I need to just get the first thing that I find and it ends up being a lot more expensive. I know that I have the necessities covered, and that way at least while I wait for my ARC, which may take a month and I can't order online. So this just gives me enough time to feel comfortable and settled with everything I absolutely need. All right, the other thing I'd recommend getting is any type of luggage that's going to be lightweight. So this is a really big bag for luggage, but I was able to get the lightweight version from TJ Maxx, and I do highly recommend it. It obviously doesn't have to be this specific brand at all, and any type of zipper in the front can be really nice, especially if you have lots of shoes that you're trying to bring, because this part is going to expand out, and this has saved me so many different times when trying to put shoes in. All right, so this pile went all the way in here. And I actually learned from one of you guys, you've told me to put the sleeves inside of the jacket. Awesome packing tip. All right, so this is all packed away. The last thing I have is over here, and this is just a fuzzy jacket that I wear inside of the house that I'll put on top to kind of help contain it all. All right, this is what it looks like now, like a nice soft pillow. So it's actually a different day, but I just brought up my second suitcase, and this one is actually a hard shell suitcase, but this holds all of my packing cubes. It also holds a couple of these larger, more Ziploc style bags, and I actually got these from TJ Maxx a couple of years ago. All of the fancy shirts are in this one now, so we'll go ahead and close it. So I have my carry-on bag here, and what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to take one of the cubes from over here, probably the one that weighs the most. I'm going to put that in the carry-on, and then I'm going to replace this with the heavy liquids, and then the rest of the things that aren't liquid, I'm going to go ahead and put in here. It is another day, and I actually ended up going to both Target and Walmart to pick up another couple of essentials. These are going to be the small liquid bulk items that I'll be bringing with me, and I wanted to share a few of these guys because these are kind of the more pro tips I learned from last time I moved to Korea. All right, so first things first, I just went to Target. This was literally $3 on sale, and it's just a white towel. And the reason that I recommend bringing this is just any full-sized towel. Of course, you can buy towels in Korea once you're there, but Korea is a little bit notorious with foreigners as only having like half or mini-sized towels, not the full body thing. So in my mind, it's better safe than sorry. This does take up space. If you absolutely need to cut things, you don't don't need to bring a towel, but it's really nice. And also it's one of those things that when you first get there, the first day, the first night, you're probably going to want to take a shower and you don't want to be left with nothing there. So that's why I'm packing it. Do you need it? No, but can it be really helpful? Yes. All right, next up, I got 2 of these Crest toothpaste, and that's just because some toothpaste in Korea doesn't have fluoride in it. So it's a little bit harder to find the brand that I traditionally use, and just makes my teeth feel as clean as possible. Like I said, there are some brands that do have fluoride, of course. I wish I would have known that last time because I didn't pack enough. And then after that, and the next thing I want to talk about is I'll be bringing a 2-pack of this deodorant. And more specifically, this is an antiperspirant, which is really important because they do sell deodorant in Korea, but it's hard to get your hands on ones that are antiperspirants, which is traditionally what we think of usually when it comes to deodorant in the US. If you're questioning and thinking if you yourself have an antiperspirant or deodorant, the difference is that deodorant stops the smell, whereas antiperspirant stops the perspiration, which is going to be your sweat. Next up, I just got floss and then also Aquaphor. There's nothing too special to say about either of these, except for if you have any specific products that you like to use, like lip products, face products, makeup products, I would check on Coupang beforehand, which you can just type in Coupang online. You don't have to create an account to browse through, I don't believe, but beware, depending on your browser, it might just be in Korean, but if you use Google Chrome, it should translate to English. But you can check out and see what brands are and are not available in Korea. This is just something I use all the time, and I saw that it was a good deal at my Target, so that's why I picked it up. Next up, we have hair care products, and I know that this is something that some people would view as a necessity to bring and others wouldn't, in terms of you can just get shampoo and conditioner when you get there. But there's 2 different things I'll say about this. Number one, that is very true, but I'm kind of going with the mentality that I want to be set up the first month or month and a half in case my ARC is delayed coming in. The second part I want to say is if you are blonde going to Korea, if you have maybe hair dye or highlights or a natural blonde, I would be a little bit weary about some products because they actually can turn your hair green, and a lot of foreigners have horror stories of that. So I'd really look out for certain hair products, just because if it says that it's maybe brightening for blondes or something like that, the undertone of Korean hair, if you dye it for it to become blonde, can look very green on naturally blonde hair, or if you just have a lighter pigment in your hair, it can become a problem. So I would just be very weary of that if you are naturally blonde, or again, dye highlights. That's why I think it's worth the extra step, especially for me, to take my shampoo and conditioner, but to each his own. And then lastly, I did get some cinnamon, and I actually have a little vanilla extract. I know that's such a random thing to bring, but it is well worth it for me. I put cinnamon and vanilla in my coffee every morning. Maybe that's weird to some people, but I found myself when I got to Korea, I could buy cinnamon off of Coupang, but only in bulk. And when I'm talking bulk, I mean the huge boxy bulk cinnamons. And then same thing with vanilla as well. So I figured if I can pick this up for $2, $2.99 at my own local store and bring a reasonably sized cinnamon and a reasonably sized vanilla, then I would be a very happy girl. I know that I use it all the time. This is not essential for everyone, but again, if you have certain spices that you enjoy using or certain oils or something like that, I honestly would recommend bringing those things. This is everything all packaged up, including the contacts, all of the liquids. I like to just put them in these gallon size little cases here. And then also something that I've brought along with me that I'll just be bringing decor wise, I don't think is necessary at all, but I've kind of brought it everywhere I have moved abroad and lived. This is a first aid kit. I always like to bring this with me. It's super compact, nice to have anytime you need a band-aid or any essentials. And then this one is just a light. Again, not an essential, but I do like to bring it with me, and it plugs in and it's just a little lamp, but it's also a phone charger, which is nice. So it doubles. And then I just have a couple of succulents, and it's just not worth paying money over and over again to get these little fake succulents. So I like to bring them with me. They are incredibly light. And then over here is just any medications. I put them all in this bag. And then the last thing is just this mirror. It opens up, it stands on its own. It has a little dish at the bottom so you can put something in it. It gets 2 and 3 times the magnitude, as you can tell. And also if you plug it in correctly, these little lights on the side of it will light up, which is nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed. And like I said before, if you guys are interested in the actual process of me moving to South Korea, definitely look forward to that video. And if you guys are interested in life in South Korea in general, or any type of online EFL teaching, make sure and subscribe. And I'd love to create more content similar to that. So I hope that you guys have the absolute best day of your life, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!